Welcome to Thursday, the 28th day of December, 2023. Your day weather podcast is being brought to you by Hot Springs County Travel and Tourism. Reminding you that as temperatures drop and snow is on the horizon at Thermopolis, you can always find yourself in hot water. Well, not a lot going on. Quiet weather for the next few days as the region will be wedged between two areas of low pressure, one to our west, one to our east. So sunny, dry, fair days for the next 3 or 4 days. We'll have some high cloudiness at times. It'll be wet along the west coast. Washington, Oregon, California coastal areas will start to see rain come back into those areas here later to the week and into the weekend, while there just won't be much going on in the Rockies and High Plains. Long-term trends continue to suggest the western United States could be a lot colder after the 6th or the 7th, but that's still very far away, but it's something we're going to monitor. The satellite imagery this morning shows an area of low pressure here off the west coast, headed east, but it's running into a brick wall. And you can see this area that extends north-south that's clear. There's the low here that affected us earlier in the week. This area of low pressure off the west coast basically is not going to be able to penetrate this high pressure ridge. And the two will basically maintain themselves, the low here and the low here with the ridge in between. And there you can see it on the 500 millibar chart. This is today. This is Saturday. You can see on Saturday, the lows hit the west coast, but the flow aloft is going up and over and around the ridge. The storms are not cutting through to the east like this because of the blocking pattern here. For this blocking pattern to go away, this low, which has been so pesky, has to finally move away, and it does finally, by late Sunday into Monday. But for the next 3 days, this high pressure will really be stout. This is by New Year's Day Monday. The high pressure ridge is still there, but it's kind of being attacked by these lows coming off the west coast. But what happens is these lows weaken as they encounter the ridge. They don't maintain themselves very well. So by Sunday into Monday, we may have pieces of these lows go through the western United States, producing a little bit of weather. But the high pressure ridge has got to break down more for any weather to come off the west coast and into the Rockies and the High Plains. And that's not going to be until early to the middle parts of next week. And there you can see that between now, and this is Sunday night, we've got the rain in California, the coastal areas of Washington, Oregon, all along the west coast. Those lows just come in and feed moisture in. But that high pressure ridge may allow a little bit of snow shower activity Sunday into Monday into the Intermountain West, but we're really talking about very little. You can see how much white you see here. There's just not much going on. This precipitation here is light precipitation that's fading away from that big storm to our east. So as you can see, if you need to travel, be outdoors over the next 3 or 4 days. At least in the Intermountain West, there's very little going on. Cool and wet in the far west. There's the long-range chart that takes a look at January 8th, a week, a little bit more than a week away. You can see this broad trough of low pressure in the Rockies and the High Plains in southern Canada with the high pressure ridge in the eastern Pacific. As long as this high pressure ridge develops in the eastern Pacific, the door to Canada and the Arctic opens. That's why after the 6th or 7th, around the 8th or 9th of January, the trend change to colder weather is on the table. We'll keep an eye on it, but in the meantime, the Arctic is cut off, so our temperatures are going to be reasonable. Cool days, some pretty cold nights, but one good thing about this pattern, this high pressure dominated pattern, is you just aren't going to see too much wind, a little bit of wind, but not very much. There's that long-term trend that could look a lot colder across North America. This is by Tuesday the 9th. Have yourself a good Thursday. We'll see you tomorrow.